وفاطمة
The beneficent, the merciful, and all peace and blessings be upon our Prophet Muhammad and his progeny. I guess you guys haven't got used to reciting salawat in a loud voice. I need to hear from you in a very loud voice, please. Please recite the salawat. Tonight, we commemorate the martyrdom of the greatest lady that Allah had created. Let me give you an example so that you can understand the meaning of the greatest. And everything in this life around us, there is the top of the line, and there is the middle, and there is the bottom of the line. If you look at cars, for instance, what's the top of the line? One of the best cars that comes to mind. Anybody know? Lamborghini makes sense. Maybe Mustang, but Lamborghini is very expensive. Bentley, you agree with me? Maybe Bentley? Bentley is very expensive, right? So this is like the top of the line. But then what about like a Dodge Neon? You consider that the top of the line? Probably the bottom of the line, right? And then there's the middle of the line, and so on and so forth. When it comes to games, when it comes to video games, for instance, right now, what is it, PS4 or PS3? What's the top of the line? PS4, right? You guys know this, right? PS4. So PS4 is the top of the line. But what about if I give you a DS or a Nintendo? That's like way down there, right? It's probably what, 10 bucks now? It's not worth anything, right? So there's the top of the line and the bottom of the line in anything. There's like a house that costs $10 million, that's the top of the line. But there's a house that costs $5,000, that's the bottom of the line. There's a tent, a lot much cheaper, right? And everything, there's the top, there's the middle, there's the bottom. When it comes to humans that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, He created some humans that are considered the top of the line. The best man that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created is our Prophet Muhammad. And the best woman that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created is Lady Fátima الزهراء, who we tonight are commemorating her martyrdom. She is the best of the best. This is how you understand the greatness of Lady Fátima. She has achieved the highest of statuses, all kinds of degrees and statuses from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because she deserved it. Not because she was the daughter of the Prophet, not that alone, but because she achieved that. Lady Fátima, in some of the narrations, she left this world, she died at an early age. She died at the age of 18. Do you know that? This great lady lived in this world for only 18 or 19 years old, or maybe in her 20s in some other opinions. She was able to achieve that she is the highest of all women. She's the mistress of all women. She is the best of all the ladies that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. She's a role model for men and for women. Lady Fátimah الزهراء عليها السلام has embodied the religion of Islam in her character. You see the Quran in Lady Fátimah. You see Islam in Lady Fátimah. Many lessons you can learn from Lady Fátimah. I encourage you to try to read more about Lady Fátimah. I'm sure when you go to school, if you're in middle school, I remember in middle school we had to do like research papers about certain people. I remember a lady that was very important in the African heritage. She was known as Harriet Tubman. I'm sure you probably heard of her, right? She's an important lady, right, for the African history. And we read about her. We were very impressed with this lady. She was courageous, right? Whenever you can write a paper in school, instead of writing about her, with all respect to her, you can write about Lady Fátimah. You can show the other people who are not from the same religion, the non-Muslims, that we also have greater ladies in Islam. We have the lady, the best of the women. We have Lady Fátimah. And then you can talk about some of her moral values and some of her ethics. Lady Fátimah, for 3 nights, her and Imam Hassan and Hussein and her husband, Imam Commander of the Faithful Amir al-Mu'mineen, they would not eat and drink for 3 days. Imam Hassan and Hussein got sick one day. So Imam Ali and Lady Fátimah, they made a vow, a nadr. A vow is to say, oh Allah, if they are cured, I'm going to fast, for instance, for 3 days. Or I'm going to donate $10. I'm going to do something else. That's good. So they said, if Allah cures them, we're going to fast for 3 days. And Allah did cure Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein. So now Lady Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, Imam Ali are all fasting. For 3 days, they prepare their breakfast, their iftar. And every day somebody knocks the door. And one is an orphan. They give him the food. They give him all the food, not half of the food. They stay. They break their fast with water. And they stay till the next day. They fast the next day. Imagine for 3 days you don't eat. All you do is drink water. They give all their food to the needy, to the poor, to the orphan, to the captive, to the so on and so forth. This is a great lesson we learn from Lady Fatima, is to let people before yourself, if you can sacrifice for the sake of other people. Right? This is a lesson that you can show other people. This is part of the greatness of Lady Fatima al-Zahra. Lady Fatima al-Zahra was reciting Salah, and she was making dua for all the believers around her. She said, oh Allah, bless this person, cure this person. Until the morning, her son Imam al-Hassan, he was very young, he was about your age. He says, oh mother, how come you never pray for yourself? Oh Allah, cure this person. Oh Allah, give this person. Oh Allah, do this to this person. But you never say to yourself something about yourself. Oh Allah, do something to me. She says, oh son, the neighbor before the home. Lady Fatima always put other people before herself. This is a good lesson we can learn from. If there is food being passed out and others are hungry, you let them go before you. You don't have to rush and try to take it before them. If you're in a cafeteria in school and you see some people are rushing to get food, you say, go ahead, let them go. You show them your Islamic manners. Go ahead. I'm not in a hurry. You can go ahead. You show them your Islamic manners that you learn from Lady Fatima al-Zahra, which is to let other people go before you. To show people respect. To care about other people, to love them, to be sad when you hear that there's people in this world that are hungry and that are being killed and that are being tortured, to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save the humans from the calamities and from the tragedies that they live today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us and support us to learn more and more from Lady Fatima and to apply them to our life, inshaAllah. Please recite a loud salawat.
سمعها ابو الحسن صاحت ادركني يا داح الباب حرق بابي عدو الله وصدر وجهي بلي اسباب